Hello, class 8. Welcome back to another session of computer class. This is your Vijit sir, and today I'll be presenting you the topic Network Part 4. Today we'll focus on Internet terms. Internet terms. Intranet. Now, what is intranet? Now, internet is a private networks, of an organizations. It can be accessed by users authorized by the organization. So everybody cannot use it. So if the organizations have given you the permissions, then only you'll be able to use it. And it is a private network. The purpose of this internet is to share informations among authorized users only. Suppose I am an authorized user, my friend Ravi is an authorized user, say Mr. Shyam is not an authorized user. So I and Ravi can use it to share informations. Okay, the network is based on TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, or Internet protocols. Internet may be within a LAN, that is local area network, or over a WAN, that is wide area network, via internet, through internet. Igloo and Huddle are some of internet services. URL. Now it is used to specify the address on the www. So URL is nothing but the address of a particular web page. For example, www.google.com is the address of Google page. So this www.google.com is the URL of that particular page. So it is a fundamental network identification for any resources available on the web. A URL has the following format: protocol, that is HTTP /www.google.com, that is the host name, and if anything you want to know, say slash, say you want to specify to education, that means you are asking the google.com that the topic that you want to be searched is education. So that is the part. Okay. Now the next term is ISP, that is Internet Service Provider. Now these are the companies or organizations that helps to provide internet facilities or connections. Now these are the companies who provide services in terms of internet connections to connect to the web. Okay, and ISPs also have the options of providing services like website hosting and development, email hosting, and domain name registrations. So these are the extra facilities which ISP also provides. Suppose you want to host a particular web page, and you can do it through these companies. So ISP can either be regional or national. So some of the ISPs example is BSNL, Airtel, Reliance, Jio. So these are some of the ISP, that is Internet Service Provider. Next is your IP address. Now I have already mentioned you that each computer has got its own unique IP numbers. Okay, no two computers have the same IP address. All computers have unique IP address. So IP is Internet Protocol address. Now it uniquely identifies a computer or device on a TCP IP network. Like IPv4 and IPv6 are the two IP addressing standards in use. So IPv4 address is 4 bytes, that is 32 bits long, and IPv6 address are 16 bytes, that is 128 bits long. So example, you can see 1.161.10.235. Now the dots are called periods, and there are 4 numbers, that is 1 is one number, 161 is another number, 10 is another number, and 235 is another number. So these are all treated differently. Okay, So this is one example of IP address. So IP4, you can see one example is given in the picture. That is 1 byte because it consists of 8 bits. Next is DNS or domain name server. Now this is a server that is used to store a huge amount of IP address. Okay, now if you see the example in the picture, I can show you that a user, the one who is using the computer, is asking for a web page called amazon.com. Now what is done, the amazon.com is sent to the web server. The web server, what it will do, it will send this amazon.com web page to DNS server, and this DNS server will convert this domain name into IP address in the form of 4 digits that is separated by a period. That is, you can see this one 72.21.215.90. This is actually, this amazon.com is converted to IP address, and then it is sent to the web server, and then the user request is being fulfilled by showing the amazon.com web pages to a particular IP address. Okay, so that is the main functions of DNS server. So let's see what is written. So domain name is a string of words for the numeric IP address of a computer on the internet. So it consists of numeric IP address because IP address consists of 4 digits numbers which is separated by periods. Okay, now domain name is used for convenience of the user. What convenience? For example, I want a google.com page, or I want a yahoo.com page. Now these are domain name, google.com and yahoo.com. Now these are sent to the DNS server. First it is sent to the web server. Web server in return is sent to DNS server. Now what DNS server do? DNS server is nothing but a computer with a huge storage capacity, having a lot of database in the form of IP address, and their domain names, when it is sent, then what it will do, it will convert, or it will translate this into form of IP address in the form of numerical value, and then it will return back to, and it will send to the web server, and in return web server will send the web page to a particular IP address who have requested for that particular web page. So this is how it works by the DNS. So DNS translate the google.com to IP address of computer that houses of Google. So I hope everybody understood the meaning of DNS or domain name server. Next is web page. Now all of you know what is web page. Now web page is nothing but a digital page of informations on different topics. Now this page consists of, say, images, text, videos, audios, hyperlinks. All these things are there in a web page. Okay, so it is a document typically in HTML and XHTML. X means extensible hypertext markup language. So web pages are accessed and transported using HTTP protocol. HTTPS is a secure protocol, and web page may have a hyperlink. Hyperlink means those sentences or words which is blue in color. When you click it, it will link you to another page on the another websites. Web server. Now this is also a type of computer where huge amount of informations in the term of web pages are kept. Okay, so a web server can be referred to as either it is a hardware, that is computer, or the software, that is the applications that helps to deliver the content, that is the web pages, that can be accessed through the internet. The primary function of web server is to deliver the web pages on request for a specific resource using HTTP, and the server responds either with the content or an error message if unable to do so. So what is the main purpose of web server? Is to fulfill the request of the user. Now user is asking for a particular web page, so web server does what? Web server sends those web pages to the particular users. Suppose I want google.com, then web server will provide me the google.com web page to me. So that is the main purpose. Okay, So web server is a type of computer that is used to store huge amount of informations in the form of web pages, and when a user asks for a particular web page, so web server provides the services. Okay, it fulfills the request, and sometimes it may happen that the server will not be able to send the web pages, and it will give you an error message if it is unable to do so. Next is web portal. Now you can see one examples. Web portals like education portal is there, then internet web portal is there, social network portal is there. So what is actually portal? Portal is a website that present informations from different sources, okay, and makes them available in a unified way. A user can search for any type of informations from single location, that is homepage of the web portal. Now if you have seen the homepage of a particular web page, say Google or Yahoo, and there you will see lot of information on different topics are there. So that different topics that you want to know is nothing but a web portal. So it is a website that presents information on different sources and makes them available in a unified way. Okay, they collect the information from different sources and put them in the web page, in the home page. And when you click on those particular thing, it will provide the information on that particular topic. So that was about web portal. Now is website. Now all of you know what is website. Website is a collection of various interrelated web pages which is written in the HTML code or HTML language. Now the advantages of website. The first advantages is 24 hours global presence. You can access anytime throughout the day. So it is not that after 12 o'clock you'll not be able to work. No, it is not like that. You can work 24 hours a day. Okay. Next is advantage is increased customer care. Now, as you know, around 2 billion people across the world are accessing to the internet. So definitely there's a lot of customers who is working on internet. So it's a increased customer care. And the third advantage is tremendous cost saving. So internet is the cheapest mode of communication today. A website is a low cost but an effective way to market your business. So if you want to do any business, if you want to market your product or advertise your product, you can do it in much cheaper price. So internet is the cheapest mode of communication today. So these are the three most advantages of using website: 24-hour global presence, increased customer care, and tremendous cost saving. Next is your hyperlink or hypertext. Now just now I told you, you can see it is written World Wide Web Consortium in blue in color. Now when you click on this link, it will take you to another web pages on the topic of World Wide Web Consortium. So it is a text that has a links to other text. HTML. Now HTML is nothing but a markup language, hypertext markup language, and with the help of this HTML, we are able to write web pages by writing some coding. So it is a language used to create hypertext format document, HTML document, which can include text, pictures, videos, images, sound, graphics, and movies. So all these things you can put in a web page by writing a coding, and that coding can be written through the help of HTML language. Okay. Next is bandwidth. Now it is the amount of data that can be transferred through a communication medium in a fixed amount of time. Now, as you know, nowadays the data are transferred in the what medium? You have seen the wires or optic fiber cables. So through this medium, the data are transferred. So that is actually known as bandwidth. It's the amount of data, how much amount of data that can be transferred to the communication medium in a fixed amount of time within a limited period of time. So modem and integrated service digital network, ISDN, are some broadband connections. So what is bandwidth? How much data you can send through a particular wires in a particular period of time. So that is actually known as bandwidth. Next is web browser. Now, web browser, as you know, is a software program that helps you to access web pages or websites, information on network or on www. And this helps us to view the web pages on the internet that contain hypertext document. So if web browser is not there in your computer and all the devices are connected, but web browser is not there, then you will not be able to work on internet, because web browser acts as a gateway to work on the internet. Some of the examples of web browsers are Internet Explorer. You can see the logo, Netscape Navigator, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Opera, Lynx, and Google Chrome. So these are the most popular web browser, and in every computer, web browser has to be there in order to work in internet. As I have just now mentioned some of the examples of web browser like Internet Explorer, but this is actually developed by Microsoft, and this browser is bundled with Microsoft Windows operating system, and hence it is the most popular one. Next is Netscape Navigator. It is one of the original web browser which was introduced in 1994. Nowadays it is not in use. Next is Mozilla Firefox. It is a new web browser derived from Mozilla, and it was released in 2004 and has grown to be the second most popular browser in the internet. Next is Safari. It is developed by Apple Inc. and is included in Macintosh operating X operating system. It was first released in January 2003, and it is very good support for latest technologies like XHTML, CSS2. So these are the languages that is used to create web pages. Next, Opera. Now, Opera is preferred by newcomers to the internet. It is the faster than most other web browsers. Lynx is a full-featured web browser for users on Unix operating system. And last but not the least, it is a Google Chrome, which we are generally using Google Chrome. It's a web browser developed by Google, which is faster, safer, and easier to use than the other browsers. Okay, so these are some of the examples of different types of web browsers. Hope you all have understood the lesson, the internet terms. We will soon meet in our next session. Till then, take care. This is Avdit sir, shining off. Thank you.